We are going to go from square one of BombBomb, having never heard of it before, all the way to, I hate to use the word assignment, but an assignment that you can use it for over the next 2 weeks to reach out to your sphere in a way that is unique and special, in ways that other people won't be doing. So, as always, guys, I'm as everyone's coming in, I'm having you all start muted, and then when you guys have questions, feel free to unmute, but use the chat as well, because I'll check the chat pretty frequently here. So, on the whole, what is BombBomb? And actually, let me make sure I get the chat up so I can send you guys these links as we talk about them. On the whole, what is BombBomb? BombBomb is a video communication tool. What that means is it puts video into your emails, into your video, into whatever way you end up using it, in a way that is, first of all, really easy for you. Like, as you guys start to see, it's very, very easy for you to use these, but it's also very, very convenient for your clients. So I had somebody who actually wasn't able to make the training today ask me, I can send videos through email. Why can't, what is the difference? I can text someone a video. What's the difference with BombBomb versus that? And the difference is that if I were to record a video for you right now and try to text it to you, I would have to send you the video file. Literally upload that file through my phone, and then you would have to be downloading it to your phone. And that takes data. It takes a lot of storage on the on your phone, on your client's phone, and it's just not the most efficient way to do that. Alternatively, if you were to send a BombBomb link, whether that's through email or text, and we're going to go over both of those ways. You, first of all, let me actually show you my screen real quick. If you send a BombBomb video through email, this is what it looks like right here. So it comes through visually with movement right there. That already brings up your chances of a click, because they are seeing you. It's not just a little link that says click here to watch a video. So the video pops up automatically like this with some motion. If you click on the video, it just loads a link. I'm not downloading anything. You see, as a client here, oh, that's a little loud, Jordan. The video just loads automatically. I'm not signing in. I'm not creating an account. I'm not downloading anything. I get the video right away. So for your clients, the ease of use is absolutely huge. And let me actually show you what it looks like on the phone as well. I was using this demo, and I'll show you guys how to do this later too. And let me stop the share so I can do it easier this way. This is what it looks like when I texted a video to my wife. Let me show right there. It comes through in that moving image in the iMessage right there. So this already is more enticing, more, I would say more attractive, but I meant more visually appealing than texting a YouTube link, or even texting a still image, because this is actually movement and easy and if you click on it, it takes you to the same spot. So the end of the day, the big difference between BombBomb and sending video any other way is the ease that you can do it, and the ease that you can do it, the ease that your client can watch it, and you're not sending files. You're not sending big video files back and forth. Another thing that I love about it is that it's all interconnected. So what we're gonna go through when we start kind of going through it in a moment here is how to create an account and all the different places you can access BombBomb. But what I love is that if I use the app to record a video and I send it, it is instantaneously available on my computer, in my BombBomb website, and in my other integrations. It all connects like that. You can reuse videos over and over. I think that's one misconception people get with video a lot, or with BombBomb a lot, is that I use it just to communicate one-on-one. I send one person a video, I send another person a video, and while that's a huge component of it, you can send the same video over and over. You can record a little intro video, and we're going to go through examples in the second half of the class, but you can record little videos that literally say that you send to every new lead that you get, that you don't use that person's name, but you go, hey, JD here, your local realtor. Hey, I saw that you reached out on social media, and I'm really excited to get to talk to you. Just had a couple quick questions, and you share that stuff. And it sounds personal, and it sounds very unique, but it's the same video over and over. And I have a really great example of that as we go. So the ease is a big part of it, and part of that ease is how it integrates. So, like I mentioned the app. I'll show you the app as we go. There is, of course, a BombBomb.com where you have your account that you can use your BombBomb account whenever you want. But my favorite thing, the way that I actually use BombBomb the most, let me show you again my screen, is that I have it integrated. Hey Jordan, there you are again. I have it integrated directly into my Gmail. And while I have the link here, I want to share the link in the chat for you guys to sign up, because full disclosure, and I have never hidden this, but with BombBomb, it is not free. It's not a complimentary tool, but we are able to offer it at like 50 or 55% discounted compared to what it would be if you were to sign up just kind of willy-nilly. So we are able to offer it at $25 a month. And I say this like every tool, you will get out of it what you put into it. And I personally believe, based off of my experience the past 4 or 5 years, that, and maybe controversial statement, maybe not, that if you're paying for it, you will use it more because you have dollars on the line. Coldwell Banker and Schmidt family of companies, we have an entire suite of tools, and I love all of them. That's why we use them and we train on them. But it's easier to take something for granted if it's just there for you always, for no cost. This is something that you're going to invest a little bit into, but the people that I've seen leverage it have gone so far with it and have found a lot of worth in it. So it is $25 a month on your end, but it is, I mean, again, I'm obviously biased. I'm the one training on it. It's worth every penny. So the way that I use it the most is that I literally go right into Gmail here. I click compose like I'm writing a normal email, and you can see right down here in my little Gmail email, I have a little BombBomb button right here in the lower right-hand corner that sort of pops up. What I can do from here is I can either record a brand new video by clicking the red button, or I can click on videos right here, this little button above it, and access every single video I have ever made in BombBomb right here on this list. And I can choose one. Let me see the one that I was doing the other day right here in our previous training. I can check that. I can click insert. And just like that, there's that motion that we were looking at in the text earlier. That video appears right there. It is very easy for the client to view and to look at, and then we'll be able to send, and they'll be able to watch it. So before we get too far into the creating an account, I do like to share some stats, just because I've noticed that for some people those stats do make a big difference. You're going to see the babies here for a second. I know that everyone's okay with that, but I got to get another folder up real quick here. I think this is the right one. Yeah. So, hi Nash, hi Harry. So, I want to talk a couple stats really quick, yes I know, about video as a whole. Because if you've been with this company longer than a day, you know that I train a lot on video. And there are reasons why I train a lot on video. So I want to very briefly go over some video stats, and then some BombBomb stats, and then we're going to really jump in. And we should be able to keep this to a tight hour, guys. We might go maybe 2 or 3 minutes over. But it will not be a 70, 75 minute class. So I want to share these stats. You'll see that they are, hold on, make sure. Yep, I am sharing my screen. Okay. I want to make sure that you guys can tell that this is written in the past tense, and there's a reason that I did that. So let's go through them quick. More than 500 million hours of videos are watched on YouTube each day. 500 million hours of videos daily. 1/3 of all online activity is spent watching video. And by 2019, internet video traffic will account for 80% of all consumer internet traffic. Now, you can tell that stat's outdated, and there's a reason I've kept it like that. By 2019, 80% of consumer internet traffic will be spent watching video. That was last year. We're technically, it's almost 2 years ago at this point. We are past that point. People tend to, when I talk about video, or when I hear agents talk about video, they talk about it in this sense of it's something that I should start thinking about. It's something that I should probably do coming up for my next year, my next business plan, or maybe dabble with. We are past that point. Video is not the next thing. It is not the up-and-coming thing. It is the thing that consumers expect. 4 out of the 5 minutes we spend online are spent watching video in some way, shape, or form. And this is a soapbox I won't get on too huge right now, but I believe the real estate industry as a whole has historically done a bad job of going where the consumer is, but expecting them to come to us. And that's why Zillow became as big as it did, was because we were so intent on holding the keys and holding the literal folders of listings that Zillow was able to come in and build a tool that gave the consumers the information. So what works is us going to the consumers. The consumers are watching video, so we should do video. And then the bottom point here, this is also huge to me too. You know, if you are a new agent or if you are trying to revamp your marketing plan for 2021 and your question is, what is, you know, I don't have a lot of money right now, or I want to make sure that I'm the best steward of my money. What is the best way for me to reach people? What is the best bang for my buck? The most effective way to do that? Social video generates 1,200% more shares than text and images combined. So if you are objectively worried about what is best for your business, this to me is that key point. Social video generates 1,200% more shares, let alone comments, likes, interactions, engagements, 1,200% more shares than text and images combined. It is the medium we need to be playing in right now. And the longer we wait to jump in, the further behind we are going to be. There are a handful of agents in this company using BombBomb incredibly effectively, and it is making a difference in their business. Not just in their videos and people liking them, in their business. Some other stats I want to share come from BombBomb themselves. I want to make sure I'm sharing the main one that I wanted to use. I believe this is the one. This is a BombBomb customer survey. Compared to traditional emails, every criteria that they surveyed on, they reported a lift or an increase in that category. A lift in replies, a lift in clicks through. 87% reported a lift in clicks through. That's huge because, again, when that email comes through, you see motion, you see me waving, you see me talking or something like that. You see something as opposed to a link, so you are more likely to click through. 68% reported a lift in lead conversion. This is one of my favorite stories in our BombBomb history in the company. We had an agent in Florida sign up for BombBomb, and they had a lead that they had received. I always forget if it was through Zillow or through social media, but they had received this lead through the internet and had, of course, reached out on day one with a phone call, didn't get a response. And then reached out about 3 or 4 days later through a phone call, didn't get a response. And then just ended up sending them on a email drip campaign for 6 months. Once or twice a month they'd get a search, and they would get, you know, some real estate information on the market. 6 months later, she signs up for BombBomb, and they send a little video, and she just says, "Hey, this is JD." She didn't say her name was JD, that'd be weird. But she goes, "Hey, this is JD. You know, you reached out online a few months ago, and I just wanted to connect and introduce myself and say hi, and just ask if you had any questions. You know, is there anything that I can do to help you in your search, to help you understand the market better, or anything like that? So just wanted to say hi. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you later." That client who had been cold for 6 months responded that day, and that weekend they were working on the listing agreement and looking at properties. Now, I'm never going to be the person to say that one thing made the difference. Her reaching out consistently probably made a huge difference. The client's timing probably made a huge difference, but it was that personal connection that got that person to respond. So 68% reported a lift in lead conversion. 90% reported a lift in staying in touch. That is, to me, there are so many, and I think these stats are basically some more of the same. I'll go over this one real quick too here after I flip it, because they decided to go that way. Here we go. So this is wow, really small for some reason. This is just some consumer marketing analytics here. 64% of consumers make a purchase after watching branded social videos. 49% of marketers who use video grow revenue. But this bottom point, again, is the really important one to me. Viewers retain 95% of a message when they watch it in a video, compared to 10% when reading it in text. 95% retention versus 10% retention. Again, guys, if we're just going to the core of what is the best for my business, that speaks volumes. 95% of a message is retained through video compared to 10% when reading in text. That is massive. That's a massive difference. So I want to, kind of do a overarching discussion about video in general real quick. And because I'm recording this, I was really hoping to be able to, maybe let's do gallery view. Yeah, you can see us a little bit better. So I wanted to, oftentimes I have agents talk to me when we're talking about video or social media or anything like that. The hesitation comes from the belief that these new tools, these new technologies are meant to do away with the old way of doing business. Face-to-face conversations and talking to clients and building relationships. Literally yesterday, I had an agent, and I won't say the region, the name, or the office or anything, a region venting to their ASC about all these tech tools and technologies and how it's just making everything harder. And I understand that. I truly do, because there are a lot of tools. There are a lot of things to understand if you want to use all of them. But A, you don't need to be using all of them. You want to be using the ones that are best for your business. But B, for me personally, and professionally, the goal of these tools, the goal of social media, of video, of all of this stuff, is not to complicate things or do away with the old way of doing it face to face. It is to complement that and to bring that into into 2021, but just way quicker than we thought it would be, or here way sooner than I expected it to be. Video helps build relationships. It helps you stay in touch. I always kind of use the comparison, and we'll talk about this when we get to examples down the road. I use the comparison of bought a home with an agent in Holland, and I know that Faye's on here, so Faye probably knows who we worked with a few years ago. But every year on our home anniversary and during the holidays, we get a postcard from our lender and from our agent, and it's just a printed postcard, or little card, says congrats on your home anniversary, a nice sweet message, their headshots, and then their printed signatures. Not actually signed, but printed. It's a great gesture, but it definitely seems a little bit formulaic, because it is formulaic. So think of the difference between that and then sending a specific video to that person saying, hey JD, it is your 1 year anniversary on owning your first home. I hope you and Jeanette are loving it. I hope the dogs are finding some room, and I just hope you guys are doing okay. Wanted to reach out and say hi. As always, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy the home. 15 seconds, it's custom for that person, and you see me, you hear me, you engage with me. It is not to do away with all of this stuff. It is to build on these relationships, to make more authentic connections, and to grow that memory down the road. Last story, and then I promise you we're going to dive into the tool. I had an agent, not from our company, but on a Facebook group that I'm a part of, about a year ago, share a story where they said that they helped a couple purchase a $6 million home in the Las Vegas area. And everything went great. It was a great transaction. 12 months later, he sees on Facebook that they sold that home, or I'm sorry, through the MLS. It wasn't through Facebook. That they sold that home and bought another one in the same price range with a different agent. So he reached out to them and just said, hey, congrats on the home. I saw you guys bought a new home. That's awesome. Just curious, is there any particular reason you didn't work with me again? Just because, if there's something that I did wrong, I'd love to know so that moving forward, I can, not repeat those mistakes with my, with any previous clients, improve my business. And he said, the wife responded, oh, there wasn't anything wrong. You were great. The problem was we forgot how to get in contact with you. We forgot your name. And so we asked a friend for a referral, and they gave us this name. 12 months later, from closing on a $6 million property, that agent reached out 0 times. He didn't reach out a week later. He didn't reach out a month later. He didn't reach out with any holiday campaigns or, like postcards or emails, nothing. And he lost out on around $12 million in volume simply because his clients did not remember how to get in touch with him. Now, that's not just a lesson for video. That's a lesson for staying in touch with your sphere across the board. But we're going to go over some really fun ways to be able to reach out to your sphere. So we're going to dive in. If you guys have questions, write them in the chat. But we're going to talk about how to get signed up with BombBomb. So I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm actually going to go back into the chat here and click on the link that I sent through. So if you wanted to join this is the link that you would click on to join BombBomb through Schmidt Family of Companies. You just fill out the info on the left over here. This is for in case some people already had a BombBomb account and they're going to move to the Schmidt deal. But you'd fill out this form. You'd click Join Now. Real estate, select your brand. Coldwell Banker, select your role. Agent. It's kind of annoying. Join Now. And then it's going to log. You'll have a BombBomb account created. I'm going to sign into mine and show you what that looks like now. So one of the biggest things with BombBomb, of course, is it's its own dashboard. Now, some people obviously don't like that. Another place that I have to go, another place I have to put my clients in, another place I have to worry about that. Well, yes and no. And we're gonna go over that as we go. Yes, you can load your clients into here. And you can send emails to specific clients, to groups of people. You can send it really however you want, but this is not the only way to do it. The link, Darylyn, is actually in the chat right here. It is on Schmidt Resources, but I'll share it in the chat again. That is the link to use to sign up for the Schmidt deal. But yes, it is available on Schmidt Resources as well, of course. So this is your dashboard. We're just going to go through the BombBomb website itself pretty quickly here. So I'm on the dashboard. A dashboard is what a dashboard is. It's a dashboard. But this top bar up here, this navigation bar, that's where we're going to finally really see some value here. So I'm going to click on Contacts right here. And in the contacts, you will see contacts. I've got tags over here on the left. If you notice, I've got kind of groups, categories. I can create a list. I can click Add People here and just upload a CSV like you could any other platform. It's very very similar. You can also sync your contacts from Gmail. Very similar to how you would do it with Moxie. You can sync your contacts from Gmail into BombBomb. We're not going to go over that too much right now, purely because I don't think it's the most efficient way of doing it. But I just wanted to let you know that it is here, and it is pretty self-explanatory if you click the button and start walking through the steps. So you've got your contacts here. We're going to go up here across the top to emails now. Across this top bar. Emails is where you have, unsurprisingly, emails available. Now what that means is it doesn't just mean, if I click up here, for example, in the upper right hand corner of this screen, guys, you see this little red record button. I can click on that and I can record an instant email to send a video out. And that email will basically just be this video. It'll be me talking, it'll be whatever message I type right here, and that's it. It's great, it's totally acceptable. However, if we are in this email slide here, we can actually if we click new email, we can see that we have templates available to not just do a regular video email, but a bunch of different options here. So right here, this would be me doing a video. But if we click on Change Template, in the upper left corner over here, Change Template, you'll notice, first of all, we've got a bunch of branded options. Every DBA we've got branded. So you could choose your DBA right here. I'll just do the Schmidt Realtors one. And I've got the logo right up there, and my contact info is going to come over. So this is already a little bit nicer because it's branded for you. But the other things I have, if you go up to Change Template up here again, we've got our Schmidt ones. We also, if you look on the right over here, they have a bunch of their own templates built in. So I could go to Holiday, and boom, they've got templates for their holidays, for almost every holiday right here. I could do a New Year video, I could do a St. Patty's Day video, and it's all themed just like that. There is also a real estate section over here where they've got just solds, home anniversaries, congrats on closings, neighborhood reports, all of these templates for you to leverage. Now, they are obviously colored, not very CB. We can make custom graphics for you. And the reason why I show you guys this is because we have agents that literally use BombBomb for their newsletters. They use the BombBomb platform to make their monthly newsletters. And why these stand out, and I'll show you these are just their standard newsletter templates. But why these stand out more is because I could just use this one, for example. Just use it. I could put my title here, and I could do, December, Holland, MI, December market update. Or something, however you want to word it. I can choose one of my videos right here. I can record a new one, I can upload one, or I can choose one. And I'm going to show you guys the upload thing in a second. I can choose a video right here. I'll just click the BombBomb one again. Click insert. And now my newsletter, and it's not filling fully correctly, it would obviously when you send it, my newsletter is going to start with a video of me. That already is going to get more attention than a bunch of articles that are filled from other companies for you. So you can make your newsletters right in here and make it more grabby, make it more personal, make it more authentic. So the email templates are a really cool part of the platform. When you say you can customize, do you mean our CB marketing can create one? Yes, absolutely. That's kind of what I was getting at, Darylyn. So like, you know, maybe you like this format, but you want your own custom header image that says something like Darylyn's market update or something like that. You want your own graphics to put in here. You can absolutely work with our designers. You can ask them that, and they can make banners that go across the top. They can add graphics that go down here. They can make assets for your newsletter. Now, the downside, the pushback I get on the newsletter part in particular is people say, well, I never make up stories or anecdotes or pushbacks. I've received pushback that, well, I have to do that myself then. You know, if I work with Home Actions or what have you, they do it for me. And I say, sure, but that means it's that much less personal. I have genuinely seen in my market 2 of our agents in different offices, one a little bit north, one a little bit south, both signed up for the same social media posting program where, hey, you know, 5 days a week we'll share something for you. And I saw the exact same video with the exact same text get shared on both of those agents' pages within 60 seconds of each other at the same date, same time. That makes your stuff that much less unique and that much less, frankly, interesting because you are removed from it. One thing we always need to think about, guys, people work with you because they like you and they trust you and they've had a good experience with you. And the second you remove the you from that, it becomes colder, less authentic, and frankly less powerful. So yes, if I do this, I have to take the time to record my video, to write a little bit of text here. Doesn't have to be this big of a paragraph. It can be 2 or 3 lines, but it's going to be more authentic and more powerful. And as we saw, you will get more clicks and more views. BombBomb and Moxie unfortunately don't currently integrate the way we want them to, Valerie. We've asked both of them to work on that. We don't have a timeline for it, unfortunately, just because it's not really something that we can facilitate. It's something that they have to facilitate. So it is on my radar. It is something that they are aware of that we want. It's just a matter of if/when they can do it. You can always add a BombBomb video into Moxie. You could copy and paste the link. It doesn't integrate like this, where you can get the image showing and the thumbnail and the motion and stuff. So I would say hold tight, but I also would say don't hold your breath, unfortunately, at this point. But you also bring up a good point. This is just another option. I love this option because of the video, because of how custom you can make it and how personal you can make it. But there are a lot of pros to using the Moxie newsletter as well. Yes, Victoria, and I'm going to show you that in a moment to answer your question. So all those email templates are here. I want to go to the videos tab next, up here. Videos. Yes, I'm going to leave. I'm not going to save that email. It's okay. So as mentioned earlier, guys, every video you shoot on any device will show up right here. So I shot this video on my phone, or no, I shot it on the computer. It shows up here. If I go to my phone, it shows up everything I shot on my computer on my phone. It's all back and forth. You can reuse old videos. So again, I could go to this Facebook question video, and I could resend this if I wanted to in this video, or so you click right here to click send. I could click download. So one thing you can do, I get this question sometimes, is can you use BombBomb videos on Facebook? The answer is both yes and no. BombBomb generally is meant more in terms of an internal communication tool. So, I send clients videos as opposed to doing a public video. However, if you do a video through BombBomb that you're like, hey, this is a great video, I want to put this on Facebook, you can go to this little line right here, download the video file, and then upload that to Facebook. So you can use a video from BombBomb on Facebook or on YouTube or any of those platforms. The other thing that's great is that I've had people want to use this for like new listings. They like the email templates and they wanted to do like a new listing email. you don't have to record a video in BombBomb to use it in a BombBomb email. I can go to new video right here, click on that, and I'll actually get the option right across the top up here. I can record one, just like we do normally, or I can click right here where it says upload video, and I can upload a video. If I have a video from a videographer that they shot for my home, a nice HD, professional walkthrough. If I have something else that I want to do, you can upload a video from outside of BombBomb and put it into BombBomb. So that really goes over the stuff that I just wanted to clarify on the BombBomb website itself. The last thing I'll show super briefly, in the upper right-hand corner, guys, you've got your profile. It's always important on every platform to make sure your profile is up to date, because a lot of these templates will carry over your profile information for you automatically. Phone number, email, contact info, so you don't have to do it and type that in every time. So again, if you sign up, make sure your account is just set up as much as you can. You have all the contact info you can. So I'm going to go back to our dashboard because, like I said, a lot of us are like, okay, well, I don't want to go to another place. I don't want to go to another dashboard. And before I show you the integrations, the other thing I should mention is the tracking. So there's code in every email that you send, if you're connected to BombBomb, that will actually show you when your clients are opening and interacting with your emails. This is immensely helpful with follow-up. If I send an email to a client with a home list, hey, a search, and the next day I see that they finally open it, I can then say, I can reach out 10, 15 minutes later on the phone and just say, hey, I sent you guys an email. I'm just curious if you were able to, if you had time to look at those homes, if you wanted to see any of them, had any questions, and they go, oh my gosh, yeah, totally we do, yeah. Let's go take a look here. This one, or we had these questions. So this click through these stats are super helpful. I actually have a couple of agents who use BombBomb specifically for that feature alone. They love that they can see this information and keep up with their clients more effectively and see what people are opening, not opening, and so on. So that is a really great feature as well. In addition, though, you can go, okay, listen, I don't want to go here. I want to use the tool, but I don't want to use it through the website. If you click on this tab right here that says check out our integrations by this little green box thingy, or I guess teal, click on that. This is all of the things. These are all of the things that BombBomb automatically connects with. Well, can automatically connect with, sorry. A lot of these, some people still use Top Producer. You can connect it right there. Keeping current matters. What I'm most interested in is right here, Google Chrome and Gmail. These are the two things that I have mine connected with, and that's how I personally leverage BombBomb. I go to Gmail. You can see I have mine connected right here. If I didn't, if it was brand new, I would click connect. A little pop-up would show up, say, hey, BombBomb wants to be able to send emails for you. Is that cool? You go, yes, sir. And then just like, I want to see if they'll actually show us in the video here. I don't know if they'll show us the steps. I was hoping to be able to show you. You can, oh, they have other things you can do here too. See, so many options on BombBomb. You can integrate it right into Gmail. So now when I go to Gmail, I can click compose. Real quick, I can click this little button, and like I said, I can record an email right through Gmail. I can send it to my contact group. So if I were doing I have my BlueSync contact list. I could send an email right to them. So I could do it to a group. I don't need to send it to people individually. Now, because there's a lot of emails here. So again, it's another great tool, and this is personally how I use it the most. So I'm not going to other places. I'm not loading my contacts to other places. I'm doing it right through Gmail. The other thing you can do, as mentioned, and as asked about, is you can download the app. So it's always hard to share over phone and stuff like that. But I have the BombBomb app. It's right in the App Store. And when I load the app, this gets a little meta. Let me remove it. This is what you see. So I try to see if I can do it again. Hold on. There we go. Nope, right there. Half and half, two-face. So you got the video recording right here. You can, again, click the button across the bottom to see your previous videos. Every video I have is loaded right there. And if I want to send this, I can click on one of the videos. And all I do is click on the video, and there are my options right there. Text, email, share. Text, email, share. Or I can use a template from BombBomb right on the app. This is the feature that I feel like agents I've seen use the most, is because you don't have to go to the website, you don't have to have your computer, you can do it right on the app, and every feature that you have is available on the app that you have on the computer. It's incredibly handy. Like I showed you what it looked like when you text a video, the image still comes through, that motion still comes through, and it's very, very, very easy to use across the board on both sides of the interaction. So that kind of is briefly how the tool works. I really want to get into some great tips and ideas on how to do it, because the thing that I see with video all the time is that I want to do video, I know that I should do video, I don't know what to do video on. So my cop-out answer to that always is anything. You can do a video on anything at any point. But I do want to share some relevant ideas that you can use that you could leverage to use BombBomb with. And I do have one. The one that we're going to end on is a quote-unquote homework assignment that you can use right away with BombBomb. So Jordan, our BombBomb rep, sent me some great examples that we're going to go through in a moment. But the first one that I want to show, the first example I want to use, is not any of those examples. It is to show you the screen share feature. One of the other things about BombBomb that I love is that you can record your screen in a video. So there are an abundance of ways that this could be helpful. The one that I've seen the most, or heard the most, is that you can walk clients through paperwork right there on the screen. So you can get that listing document up, you can get that, the forms that they're going to need to e-sign right up on the screen, and you can scroll with them and talk them through the entire process. Additionally, you could walk them through a search. So that's what I'm going to show you guys right now, is how you could leverage that tool to do a search. So I'm going to go to my Gmail here, click Compose, and I'm just going to start by doing the video. So I'm going to click the little red record button down here, and it's going to open the BombBomb recorder. I know I'm not sharing my screen before any of you say anything. You're all going to yell at me, which would be valid. So I've opened the screen record. I've opened just the BombBomb video recorder, but right here in this corner, you'll see another red button with a little square that says Record Screen. I'm going to click on that, and while I'm thinking, I'm going to say Always Allow, because you always want to allow. And now, what's going to be happening is that, and sometimes it gets a little funky when I'm trying to do Zoom and BombBomb at the same time, so if anything glitches, just let me know. But now, my video, if I start recording it, is going to be my computer screen with me in the corner. So I could do a video, and I could walk them through, let's say I wanted to do a home search in Holland. I could say, hey guys, I'm going to send you the link to this search in the email as well. But I know that you are interested in looking at some condos on the lakeshore. So I'm going to go to our filters up here, and you could do this ahead of time, get the search all set up, or you could walk them through it in that moment. But I'm going to show you some condos in the area. Click Apply. So now, here are all the condos in this Holland area. But you know what? You guys were talking about the lakeshore, so I wanted to show you that through our website, you can actually click this little draw tool and do a quick draw. And please forgive my bad drawing. You can give them an area to search in for condos. So we're talking about the Lake Michigan lakeshore, but also we went a few miles in east just in case. And you can see that we've got some condos being built that are at the $1.5 million mark, and we can go all the way down to the under 200,000. So it really depends on what you guys are looking for. I'll send you this search, but feel free to let me know anything that you'd like to go take a look at. So they see me in the corner, and then they see the screen of what I'm talking about. This can be incredibly helpful, like I said, with searches, with documents, walking them through certain things. It's a really, really cool feature. Obviously, for my training, I use this feature all the time, so I can show you what you have to do on social media or on your website or what have you. So I love the screen sharing feature for a BombBomb video. I just forgot how to X out of it if I'm not going to use it though. X out of that. Go back to my email. So the screen share feature as a whole is one of the great options in terms of the video. The other options we're going to go through here are some examples from Jordan here. The first one I want to go over is the open house follow-up. Yeah, let's do that one first. So as I mentioned earlier, These videos are BombBomb is great not just for one-to-one, like I'm sending a video to JD specifically, but you can also set up generic videos. And what this video has that we're going to look at here, this is a video that this agent has shot that whenever, and I know open houses feel a little bit different than they used to, but whenever he got someone come through his open house, he would send this video to their email within 24 hours to every single person. Now, there are some flaws with this that we're going to talk about, but I want to show this video. We're going to start here. Hopefully it's not too loud.
Hey, it's Dan Nathanson with the Nathanson Brothers team over at RE/MAX here. I wanted to take just a second to say thank you so much for stopping by our open house today. And if you think that this is the right place for you, let us know right away, and we will do everything in our power to make it your next home. If maybe for some reason it's not the right place, let us know that too, because we are really good. We're like the house whisperers at helping people find the right home. It's the right home. So let us know, and we will do everything we can to find you the right place. Or if you need to make a move, if you need to sell your property in order to make a move, let us know that too, because we're really good at helping people.
So, lots of things to discuss here. We won't discuss all of them. The one thing that I want to chat about first and foremost is do not shoot your videos next to an active train track, because that will come through and that will be distracting. So that's point number one. Be careful where you're shooting your videos. But one thing you guys are going to see with every single video example that we go through is that none of them are perfect. And that is good. There is nothing rehearsed. There is nothing memorized. It is the person being authentic. It is Dan being Dan. And that's what people are attracted to. So again, this video, when we're watching it, it sounds custom. It sounds like it's specific for that person. However, it is something he sends to every single person that comes to the open house. So it is far more versatile because you can use it over and over again. He makes a couple jokes in there, which is great. But the one thing we'll see with every single one of these videos is that you get to know the person a little bit. So, like I said, you can use a video like this for open house follow-up, for social media follow-up. If someone, if you're doing a lead campaign, if you're doing one of Peter's or one of our company's digital ad packages, digital accelerator packages, currently with Peter, and you're getting leads coming in from that, follow up those leads, with a video. And it can be the same video for every single one. So following up in a general sense is a great use of this video, or of this tool. I want to go back. We're going to look at a couple other great examples too. We'll do the fun one first. So a post-closing thank you. You'll get the gist of it pretty quick, but this is a video that an agent sent, post-closing. So we'll take a look at this real quick.
Woohoo! Christina and Clint, congratulations. I love it. You're going to love your home. I know it's time to crack the bottle of champagne and get settled in. Thank you so much for trusting us and allowing us to be part of this process. Huge shout out to Henrietta. Awesome work. Tim, amazing job. Whitney, thank you for everybody's help. And Clint and Christina, we're here for you. Everybody's help. And Clint and Christina, we're here for you. Year 2, 3, whatever. However we can be of service to you, we're here for you. Congrats. You deserve it. You had a beautiful family and now a beautiful house to match it. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
I really, really like this video for a variety of reasons. One, just his energy. You get that he is excited. You get that he is genuinely happy for his clients. And that comes through very, very obviously. The other thing there are a couple things that I like in this besides that. Number one is that he's thanking the team. And you can tell, it says he thanks Henrietta, he thanks a couple other people. That could be people on his team. This could be going out to their lender that they worked with, their title person that they worked with. So not only is he, keeping up with the clients, he's also building relationships and showing gratitude toward other people in the transaction that helps strengthen relationships and build, longer, I guess, relationships again down the road. But the other thing I like is that he does exactly what I was talking about with that agent earlier who didn't do in Vegas. He already is opening the door by saying, and we kind of skipped for a second there, but he said, let us know if there's anything we can do a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years, however long, if you ever need anything, we're here for you. So he's opening that door. He's just not closing the door. Just because our transaction is over doesn't mean that we are over. I'm always going to be here to help you. It's a great way to stay in touch with people and to, like I said, keep that door open to have them ask you questions down the road. So next example is a really, really important one. In the time of texting and emails, we already did Dan, sorry, and social media, one thing I'm sure we've all encountered is when people text or communicate differently than we do. Maybe you use emojis and they don't. Maybe you use punctuation and they don't. One that I always joke is that I don't ever use just like K, just the letter K as a response, because that seems cold to me. And if anyone ever does that, I go, wait, is something wrong? Are we okay? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, you just said K. And they're like, yeah, that's how I talk. I'm like, okay, well, I thought you were mad. So things can get lost in translation with text. And we personally had that where when we were looking at homes, the home that we purchased was the third home we put an offer on. The second one was we kind of were thinking was our quote-unquote dream home. This is the one we want. We love this. And put the offer in. And there were, of course, it was, a first-time home buyer's home in Holland, Michigan, which is, the 18 showings within 24 hours sort of a market. And what happened was our agent texted us, and the text just said something like, they picked another offer, sorry. It was a fine text, and I know him really well, so I didn't miscommunicate. I didn't get anything different. However, someone could have read that as cold or distant or dismissive, and you can lose things in translation, especially if you're not that close with your client yet. So breaking tough news, communicating important points, and these are things you can do through video that will, whether it be soften the blow, communicate things better, or take out any chance of miscommunication, because again, it's not always the words. It's very rarely the words we say. It's how we say them. So this is an example of an agent breaking some somewhat tougher news to his clients.
Hey, Carol.
Turn the radio off before you start the video, guys. It's tip number 1. Okay, let's try again.
Hey, Carol. Bruce Turman. I know. I don't know why I'm telling you who I am. You know who I am. Hey, I just came by, check on your dad's house, and I think it was yesterday, I sent you, and I'm sure you got it, the latest activity report, and you can see we're getting the common theme that we're getting is.
Oops, sorry.
You can see we're getting the common theme that we're getting is one, people think the price is too high, and number 2, this power line next to the house is of concern. And I'm sure you guys were in building and real estate, so the only way to overcome that power line thing is going to be the price. And of course, people do feel the price is a little high as well. So if your father wants to meet, next week would be great for me. I would love to chat about things and see how we can get this property sold for you guys. Been trying hard, but unfortunately, we got a couple obstacles there. Anyway, just let me know, and I look forward to hearing from you. Hope you guys are having a good day. Talk to you soon.
So again, starts with a bit of an icebreaker, right? Starts with him, making the joke about, I don't know why I'm telling you my name. You guys know who I am. But then gets right into it and is explaining to them not only what he thinks they need to do, but why he thinks they need to do that. Hey, I think the price is a little, this is the feedback we're getting, and this is what I think the course of action should be. And it's not just a quick text or a quick email saying we need to lower the price, when can you talk? Because that can again seem cold. It can seem like they don't really care about me. But this shows that he's taking the time to, it sounds like he's at the house right now. So he's taking the time to go there and to explain this information. So it's a great way to again, whether it's break bad news, maybe it's something like, hey guys, just want to let you know, unfortunately, they did go with another offer. Ours was competitive, but we did discuss in this market just how competitive it's going to be, and they did pick another offer, and I'm really, really sorry because I know you guys really like that home. There have been a couple other new ones that have come on the market in the past couple of days or past day. I'm going to send those to you after this, but I just wanted to reach out and let you know, and hopefully we can find something else. But again, really sorry guys. That shows, again, that, hey, we're playing for the same team. We are playing I'm on your side. You're not just a client. You're someone I'm trying to help connect to your home, to the next phase of your life. So breaking bad news or explaining tough news, again, when you have that personal touch, it makes it more personal and I just to be blunt, better. I got a question for the next one. Can a BombBomb link be put in a text? Yep, absolutely. Yep. So I showed that earlier. Let me show you real quick, Valerie. When I sent a video to my wife in the training earlier this week, this is what it looks like in text. So again, you've still got that motion. You've got me talking there. Obviously, it comes with a little message that says, like, I recorded a quick video for you. Click here to play. That's all editable. You can change that text to be whatever you want. And it comes through just like that. So you can absolutely put a BombBomb. You can also you can absolutely send a video through text. And I think it comes through really, really well. I like doing it through text that way. Last example I want to give is, to me, the most important one. So the example in particular here is a happy birthday. What you can see here, it says happy birthday client. But what it is to me is it is a greater concept of staying in touch with your sphere. Staying in touch with your sphere, in my professional opinion, based off of my years with the company, talking to agents across the board, across all of our regions, staying in touch with your sphere is the best thing you can do for your business, period. Because they will bring you business, they will bring you referrals, they will list with you if you stay in touch with them and have a good relationship with them. I was working with a team about 3 weeks ago, time is a concept, 2 or 3 weeks ago, where they said that they had 200, and they called them MVP clients, that they needed to start reaching out to, because some of them they hadn't reached out to in over a year. Your MVP clients sometimes haven't heard from you in over a year. That doesn't make them feel like an MVP. So the big category that we're talking about here is staying in touch with your sphere. Now, the one that this video we're going to look at here is a birthday example. We're going to talk about holiday examples after this. But again, this is your home anniversaries, your birthdays, your holidays, anything that is not necessarily a sales point, right? You're not asking for a referral. You're not asking for business in any way. You're just staying in touch and saying hi. And that can bring you that business for sure. But it is with the pure intention, at least on the face, of I want to connect with you and check in. So this is one of my favorite videos that BombBomb has ever shared with me. It is a birthday message from a real estate team. So let's take a look.
Happy birthday, Dan Marta. January birthday, baby.
Birthday balloons.
Me too. January's the best. Yeah, birthday balloons. Are you ready?
Ready.
Happy birthday to you.
Start again.
That was a clunker. Oh my gosh. All right, ready?
From the top.
From the top. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dan. Living in Como Park with
Abigail.
And
the cat.
the cat, who I don't know.
The Martas of Avon.
Ready?
Ready.
Happy birthday to you. Wow, we better tighten that up a little bit the next time we do that.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Hope that you are having an awesome, awesome, awesome day.
And it goes on for about 30 more seconds. The client responded and said, "This is the best birthday message I've received all day." BombBomb always shows that email that they got back because the client was so happy about that video that they got. I love this video so much. Yes, Darylyn. You can record a video on your iPhone and send it later by text, email, whatever. You can record a video on your computer, on your phone, wherever, and it's always going to be accessible on any of those devices down the road at any point. So in regards to this video, first of all, again, they screw up, and that actually endears you to them more than it goes, oh, I got to start this video over again. It's funnier, and it showcases them. I barely remember any of the things they said, but I remember, frankly, that I like them, that they're warm, that they're funny, and that they're building that relationship. So this is an example, again, of just being able to reach out to anybody as we go down the road. I think this is one of my favorite videos that they do, like I said, because it just showcases, I always hesitate to use this word because people roll their eyes when I say it, but it showcases how much fun it can be to record these videos, to reach out to your clients this way. The more, I say this with video all the time, the more you do it, the more creative you're going to get and feel. In the same way that I could not paint you a landscape because I'm a crappy painter, but if I started with a stick figure and slowly worked my way up, I could be doing some really great paintings. Not going to happen, because that's really not my skill set. But you start with doing a video, a normal, simple one, and then you work your way up to doing really fun, creative, unique things. So there's 2 more things we want to talk about, guys, before we finish up here. One of them is my assignment that I want to give you, but one of them is, the other point is just general video kind of tips. Because one of the things that I get all the time is that I just don't feel comfortable on video. I've never done it before. I think I come across awkward. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I sound. And to that I say, well, you look the way you look and you sound the way you sound. And so do I. And I've been on camera in some capacity for about a decade, and I've never liked it. But I understand the value of it, and I enjoy doing the work part of it, and I know how valuable it is to the clients. So whenever I do videos, I really don't watch them back. I just go, I did it, it's done, get it out there. Because we always criticize ourselves far more than anybody else notices anything. I always use the example of I was working with an agent on a video she shot, and she said, hey, can you do a couple things for me real quick? And while she was, first of all, one thing I said, she was looking for the video in her iPhone. She had about 20 to 30 takes of the exact same video, all in her photo reel. But she picked the one, she sent it to me. I worked on it for maybe 15, 20 minutes, just doing a couple tweaks here and there. And then she came back to my office, and I showed it to her, and she goes, oh, I hate the way my voice squeaked right there. Oh, I hate that I have that voice squeak. And I said, I just watched this for about 20 minutes, and I never once noticed that voice squeak. We all know the things that we are more aware of about ourselves that other people will not notice. So a couple quick tips for getting comfortable, and then we're getting to the assignment. A couple quick tips. 1, do a practice video. I cannot stress that enough. Do a practice video. Maybe you're not sending it to anybody. Maybe you're sending it to your spouse, your kids, your broker, a fellow agent. Do a practice video so that you get comfortable with the platform as a whole. How to record a video, where you can access it, what you feel most comfortable doing with your hands. I mean, honestly, that's the old Ricky Bobby joke. You might not know what to do with your hands. You'll find out what to do as you shoot your videos. Number 2, if you're doing any sort of maybe more generic video. So one we didn't talk about, we talked about with the newsletters, is like a market update. It's a great opportunity to do a quick 45, 60-second market download to your clients. If you're nervous doing that sort of stuff, I fully believe that you shouldn't script anything, but have bullet points. If that helps you, have 3 or 4 bullet points written down to remind you of what you're going to talk about in that video. So you can glance down quick, but you're not reading a script. And then final tip that can be helpful is have someone stand behind the camera. Have, again, a spouse, another agent, one of your kids, someone behind it, because the mental thing is you're talking to people, you're not talking to a light on a screen, but it can be hard to remember that when there's no other people there. So maybe having that person behind to look at, and again, it's not that obvious when you've got someone, if I've got my iPhone on my little tripod here, and I have my wife standing behind the camera, it's not that obvious that I'm looking at her versus the lens. So talk to her, because the goal of any of these videos is to be conversational. It's to be normal and to make them feel like they're talking to you. So in terms of assignments, the reason why we're doing this training now is because the holiday season is here. If you haven't turned on the TV and seen any commercials, you might not know that, but if you turn on the TV, you know the holiday season is here. So I have a 2-part assignment for you guys. Technically, let's go crazy and call it 3-part. Part 1, get a prop. A Santa hat, a present, an ornament, get some sort of prop. Part number 2, pick your 10 to 20 high-value clients. The clients that you've transacted the most with this year, that you know are sort of hot and bubbling for early next year, or if you're in Florida, that are ready to go really, really soon, because your market is happening now. Find those 10 to 20 clients and shoot videos for them. And I want to show you what this can look like. I don't have any props here. I'm not going to run off and get one at the moment because of time. But I'm going to start my stopwatch right here. And I'm going to pretend I'm doing a video for Valerie. And I'm going to click start. Merry Christmas, Valerie. Happy holidays. Hope you're doing well. I just wanted to check in, see how you and the family are doing. I hope you guys are having a happy, safe holiday season. Hope you're able to see family if that works out. And I hope that everyone's just, doing all right. Say hi to the dog, say hi to the family, and I look forward to seeing you when I see you. Happy holidays. That was 21 seconds. I send that video. Maybe if it's really bad, I redo it. But I do the next one. I go, all right, 3, 2, 1. JD, Jeanette, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I hope everything is well in your house. I hope the little ones are doing great. They are adorable whenever I see them on Facebook and on Instagram. So I hope everyone is well. Hope the dogs are adjusting. And I hope you guys are able to celebrate this year in what's been a crazy year. Maybe you're able to go out with a bang and have a great time at the end of 2020. So Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and I look forward to actually being able to see you in person. Done. 28 seconds. Let's round up crazily. Let's round up to a minute. Let's double the length of both of those. 20 clients, 20 minutes. I'm sending custom videos to 20 of my highest value clients with very little time and effort from my end. And they are getting custom videos in their inbox or texted to them that shows me reaching out to them and thinking specifically of them. So like I said, part 1 was get a prop. And, whether it's a Santa hat, that's what I would do. I'd get the Santa hat, get a little holiday tree. Maybe you have some jingle bells. Part 1, get a prop. Part 2, take your 20 most high-value clients and send individual videos to them in 30 seconds or 45 seconds or less. Part 3, record a generic video for the rest of your clients. So this is as simple, again, as happy holidays, everyone. Or you don't even say happy everyone. Make it more specific, generic, like I'd like to say. Hey, happy holidays. I hope you're doing all right. Hope you have, survived 2020. I know it's been a really crazy year and it's been tough for a lot of us, but I hope you're able to find some ways to celebrate the holidays and to be with your loved ones, whether that's in person or virtual. And I just wanted to let you know, I was thinking of you. Hope you're doing all right. Hope to finally see you in person in 2021. And happy holidays. Talk soon. Bye now. That video sounds like it's sending right to you, but I'm sending it to all of my clients, and it will still have generally the same impact. So you're getting a prop, you're making custom videos to your highest value clients, and then you're still sending a holiday video message to everybody else that will, again, based off of all the analytics that they have, it'll get opened more. But part of that's because if I open my email and I see JD with a Christmas hat on, waving or smiling, they very well may, or they'll be far more likely to click on that and watch that video. And again, we're all of us, everybody on this call, we're going to get a lot of holiday emails in the next few weeks if you haven't already. Newsletters from companies we've bought stuff from, other agents' newsletters. There's so many things that we're going to get in that mail. If you send something custom, something that stands out, that's not just links to products, that's not just text, that's not just a graphic, but it's you, I'm going to watch it, I'm going to remember it and engage with it, and that is building and strengthening our relationship as we move forward into 2021 and down the road. So just to summarize, guys, please, if you have any questions, and thank you all for the kind words that you're all sharing, I truly appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to write them in the chat to follow up later. I always make this offer with any of my trainings. If you're signing up, send me a BombBomb video. If you need a guinea pig, I'll be your guinea pig. Send me that video and I'll take a look. And people always ask for critiques. You very rarely need critiques. You just got to do it. And as we always say, you're going to get the value out of it that you put into it. But I would highly recommend the tool, obviously. But I'd also highly recommend the idea behind it. Whether you use BombBomb or not, staying in touch with your sphere is so incredibly important to your business, to stay with those clients, to help them remember you, because we live in a very, very busy world, and those custom touches or those personal touches genuinely make all the difference. So give it a whirl. Like I said, the link's in the chat. It's also on Schmidt Resources. And this recording is going to go up on our YouTube channel and stuff as well, so you can always refer back to it. But thanks for your guys' time. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys next time.